Good morning, everyone. In the last session, we have discussed about what is the importance of heat transfer and what is the basic difference between the heat transfer and thermodynamics. Today, we will be discussing about some different modes of heat transfer. We have already discussed that heat transfer means transfer of heat between the two bodies or two systems because of temperature difference. And we have also said that without any temperature difference, the heat transfer cannot be done. So according to the type of medium, the heat transfer can be done by three different modes. The first mode is conduction, second convection, and third one is radiation. So let us discuss about these. First one, conduction. Conduction is the transfer of energy from more energetic particles of a substance to less energetic particle as a result of interaction between the particles. Or we can say conduction is basically the transfer of energy due to the temperature difference between two stationary mediums. These stationary medium can be anything. They can be two different solid. It can be two different liquid, or it can be gases also. The conduction take place in all three states, but the medium should be stationary. The conduction may take place in case of solid by free electron movement or because of lattice vibration. Free electron movement we can see in case of metals in which there are a large number of free electrons. High energy electron will move to another part, as we can see in this image. If we take a steel bar and supply heat at one of its end, then after some time we can observe the heat at other end also. This is because the heat that we have supplied energizes the free electron there, and these electrons move towards the other end and thus transferring the heat. In case of gases, the heat transfer due to conduction will take place because of molecular collision. In case of molecular collision, the high energy molecules will collide with low energy molecule, and during this collision, they will transfer some part of their energy. In liquid also, the mechanism will be same, that is molecular collision. The only difference will be that in liquid, the intermolecular distance will be less. Even we can see conduction in case of non-metal also. In non-metals, it will be because of lattice vibration. It will be because of lattice vibration. Whenever we supply a high amount of energy, the lattice structure will vibrate and will supply the energy to another part. If we see about conduction, the highest conduction can be seen in case of diamond, which is a non-metal. And the complete heat transfer in case of diamond is because of lattice vibration. So this conduction mode can be in any substance. It can happen in any system, and it can have different mechanism. Another mode of heat transfer is convection. Convection is basically the process in which the heat is carried from place to place by bulk movement of a fluid. Or we can say convection is basically the heat transfer because of temperature difference between a fluid and a stationary substance. As we can see in the image, when a pan of water is heated, the burner, It is basically stationary. It is transferring the heat to the pan with the help of conduction, and after that these conduction heat develops convection current in the pan of water. So the heat transfer modes can be individual or it may combine with each other. Another example of convection that we see in our day-to-day life is our microwave oven. In that, the heat transfer takes place with the combination of convection and radiation. So the third mode of our heat transfer is radiation. We already know that each and every body emits energy, or we can say these bodies emit electromagnetic waves. So that part of electromagnetic wave, which is just because of temperature of body, that is, if the temperature of body is above zero absolute, at that time the energy which is emitted, or the waves which is emitted, is known as thermal radiation. Thermal radiations are very strong electromagnetic waves, and they do not require any medium for their propagation. It is basically a surface phenomenon. You can take a simple example. Let us heat a small steel bar and keep it in open. After some time, you may observe a decrease in temperature. This decrease in temperature is because of radiative heat transfer. So, the heat transfer can be done with the help of any of these three modes, or with the combination of these three modes. In the next session, we will be discussing about all these three modes in detail, one by one. And these will be our separate unit. Our first two units are basically conduction. In the third unit, we will be discussing about convection. And after that, we will discuss about radiation and heat exchangers. So that's all for today. We will meet in next session. Thank you.